afternoon and welcome back to Fresh Brew HQ. That should actually be my tagline. I need to, locked and loaded for future development. Inspiration as it happens. Okay, welcome back. It's Fresh Brew Marketing. I'm Katie Roberts. I founded Fresh Brew Marketing, an independent marketing consultancy based in Dorset, beautiful Dorset in the southwest of the UK. I wanted to quickly chat about social media and content audits. What is it? Why is it necessary? What are the signs that I need it? Why do I need someone to come and help me do it? All of that kind of stuff. I've worked with so many brands and businesses over the years that organically have come to the realization where they say, actually, there's a lot of stuff out there about us that is not cool, outdated, not relevant anymore, incorrect, factually incorrect. And that would never happen unless there was a social media or content audit in place. In my opinion, if I had my way, I'd do an audit every 6 months, if not more than that. But for the most part, make sure that you do it at least once a year. So what is a content audit? Well, basically, it's the concept like going to your fridge, opening the door and saying, I've got to bake some bread this afternoon. I have 0 eggs. I have 0 milk. I have 0 yogurt. But I've got 70 bags of flour. Can I bake bread? Absolutely not. It's like trying to sell wine and opening the fridge and going, I got 0 wine, but I've got like 20 bottles of Diet Coke. It's basically looking at what you have resource-wise and saying, is this doing what I want it to do? Is it serving my customers the way that I want them to be served? Are they hearing the right things from me? And are they hearing what I want them to hear from me? So a content audit is basically gathering all your stuff together. Videos, images, references, testimonials, case studies, marketing printouts, publications, flyers, brochures, email signatures, templates, layouts, email designs, website designs, social media profiles, all of that stuff. Having a look at everything and saying, is everything consistent? Is my branding consistent across the board? Do I use the same kind of logo? Or do I use one funny logo here and a completely different logo here? Is everything recognizable? Yes, great. Okay. So from a brand consistency point of view, that's one part of an audit. The other part of an audit is having a look and seeing what is the actual information, what is still relevant and what is still in date. Okay, so it might even be going through all your blogs that you've written on your website and going and saying, well, that's not relevant anymore. I'm still promoting a product which has been out of stock for 7 years. It might be, that data is completely inaccurate because XYZ. It might be, actually, there's a whole bunch of blogs that when that person left the company, they weren't assigned to anybody, so they're not being shown to anybody. So we need to assign them to a new author, for example. It might be a whole range of things. It might be going through and saying, let me have a look for some spelling, grammar issues, errors, anything that might be putting people off from seeing my brand as professional, seeing the integrity of what I'm trying to do, okay? It's also having a look at the content itself and saying, okay, so we sell ABC, but we have a heck of a lot of A's, some B's, 0 C's. Okay, we need to start ramping up the C's quickly. Okay, so it's bringing a balance more to what the stuff is that you're putting out there on your website, on your social media, all of that kind of stuff. It's also just making sure that there's consistency amongst your messaging. Okay, so a big thing for me is when I'm trying to buy something from a company and things don't match up, it fills me with dread because I just think, well, who are these people? Am I, the minute I have frustration in trying to buy something is the minute I drop and I think I'm going to go and find someone else who knows what they're doing. So is the message that your salespeople are telling your customers the same as what your customers are reading on your Facebook profile, which is the same as what the blogs are that are on your website, which is the same as what they're getting in an email newsletter every month, which is the same as the compliment slip that they receive. Is the stuff the same? Is the branding the same? Is your font lettering the same? Is your message consistency? What are your core messages? How do you describe yourself as an organization? How do you, or the products that you sell? all of those things, okay? A content audit is a great way to establish consistency. I read a brilliant stat, and I need to find the link, but in purchases of £10,000 or more, it was estimated that there are 7 steps in convincing a purchase or making a purchase. Okay, so steps might be a tweet, an email newsletter, a Facebook post, a phone call from a salesperson, a follow-up email, a face-to-face meeting, and a blog. There's 7. And 7 steps that make someone go, okay, yep, message, good, yes, okay, I'm going to purchase. I believe what they say, they're consistent in their messaging, I'm therefore going to purchase. So a content audit is a great way to kind of root out stuff that is not relevant and to check for inconsistencies in your brand and in your messaging that might be problematic. Okay. Signs that you need a social media audit. Well, some of the examples I've given before, if your customers are confused by what you do, okay, so, someone has to actually ask you, so what do you guys actually do? That to me is a huge neon warning sign that something is out with your messaging. Okay, either your teams don't understand what you do, or your language is too complicated that your customers are not understanding at all. Things should be simple. And a content audit is a great way to kind of simplify that and test that with your audience. So another sign that you need a content audit of some sort is that you've got a lot of stuff being saved, but there's nothing that you can use. Okay, which means a lot of stuff is either outdated, irrelevant, or off topic. It might be that, you're not talking about the stuff that's really important anymore to you or your organization. So there's a lot of things that a business can benefit from through doing a content audit and even a social media audit. Rather have a few small profiles on certain platforms and do them properly than trying to be everything to everyone. And we'll talk about social media activity in a different video and why it's important to have a social media expert work alongside you. And note that I will be talking about and calling out those individuals who call themselves so-called social media experts because they know how to tweet, they know how to do Facebook. Great, happy for you, but then stick to your personal profiles. A lot of businesses I have seen horribly burnt because they have employed the services of a social media expert. They've invested all their funds, their marketing funds, into that activity, and they have gotten nothing in return. It is not all about the warm and fuzzy. There is a return on investment that you should be seeing from your social media activity. If not in conversion and revenue, certainly in engagement. And likes is not engagement. You want actual people engaging, discussing, debating. So that will be coming up in future videos. But as always, I'd love to hear from you if you have any feedback on what I've said today. If you need help with a content audit, if you want to disagree with me, amazing. Would love to hear from you. Would love to see you and speak to you. So do get in touch, Katie@freshbrewmarketing.com. And until my next video, keep watching. Please share this with as many people as you know. I would be eternally thankful. But until next time, take care, keep safe, keep well, and happy marketing.